Hey everybody, Karen here. Welcome back to Unpinned Creative. It is Dephemerember. I hope I said that right. I have decided that I'm going to join in with Barbara and Luise and join in this year. This will be the first time I've ever joined in doing anything like this on YouTube. I tend to freak out at commitment. So I've never had the courage to join in before, but I've decided I'm going to give it a go this year, and I probably won't be able to post every day, but I am going to do my best to complete every day and show it to you in a video at some stage. So I'm sure by now everyone knows how it all works. But basically it is hosted by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Luise Heinzel Junk Journal Art. And they have very kindly provided us all with a prompt list and some free printouts. I'm going to be working in my house journal. I haven't made a new journal specifically, but I love this journal and it's got so many pages that need filling up, so I'm going to be working in this one. And just to give you an idea of the way my kind of ephemera will go, I don't have a colour printer at the moment, so I have printed out all of the beautiful images in black and white, and I'll show you how I'm going to use them. And also most of the stuff I use in my art is thrifted or recycled or secondhand, you know, so yep, so even my ink, the ink I use and everything is secondhand, so that's kind of the way I'll be going. It might be a little bit different to other people's. Anyway, enough blabbering. Also, one more thing, it is nighttime here. I do have lights on. There is going to be a shadow, but unfortunately at the moment my life is so busy. I have to craft when I can get 10 minutes, so so that is tonight. All right, enough talking, let's get started. The first prompt is fluff and mason jar, and the first animal on the beautiful printouts that we can use if we want to is hedgehog. So I am going to be using this hedgehog. I will just tear. I have just printed it onto normal copy paper, and as I said, I only have a black and white laser printer at the moment, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. And then I am also going to be using these beautiful images of hedgehogs that I found. And with regards to fluff, I have found some dandelion seeds, because that was kind of the first thing that sprang to mind when I heard fluff, was dandelion seeds. And it's actually the end of the season here, or maybe it's just beginning, I'm not sure, but all of my dandelions had gone, and I went out and found 3 that had bits and pieces on them, and so I'm going to be using those for my fluff element. So let's get started. I'm going to be working on this page in my journal, and I'll take it out just for ease of use. Pop this out of the way. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take this gorgeous page, which is out of a beautiful vintage picture book. It was kind of like a magazine. It was maybe 8 pages, and it's printed on paper, but the first page happened to be these gorgeous hedgehogs, so I'm going to make that the background of my page, and I need some glue to do that, so I'll grab some. Okay, found some glue. I feel like it's a shame covering up this this beautiful image, but actually the same image is on the back of the book, so I'll still have it. And I'm not even going to tear that off, I'm just going to leave that on there, I think, like that. Alright, step 1 done. Next I want to turn this beautiful hedgehog. I just love the colours. This is also out of a vintage book, a vintage nature book, I think. So I'm going to turn this one into a pocket. So I'm just going to fold over the top. And I'm not going to make it, I'm just going to make it a flat pocket. Yep. Oh, but actually I probably want a little thumb hole in there. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little thumb hole in the top and around about the middle. Give that a quick ink. Just slightly, it's not very dark, I haven't re-inked my dauber, but enough to take away the white from that punch. Okay. There we go, easy peasy. Next I want to do a mason jar. Okay, so the first thought I had for mason jar first thing this morning was that I had to have a jar I could put something in, so that's what I'm going to make. So I have drawn a mason jar and cut it out, and I am just about to do another one. I usually just hand draw shapes and things that I need, rather than, I mean, it would be easy just to go online, right, and print one off. That would probably save me a lot of time and energy, but it's just habit to, and it's a pain getting my printer out and all that sort of stuff, so I just hand draw whatever shape I need generally. Oh, and I wanted a little short squat jar, and I know it's probably not a traditional mason jar, but it's a glass jar, so I'm okay with that. And hopefully Barbara and Luise, if they do happen to see this, which, oh my god, I would die, will forgive me for not having a traditional mason jar. I've been following Barbara for a few years now, not as Unpinned Creative. I had another channel, and I just love her. and I found Luise through 49 Dragonflies, and just recently, actually, in the last few months. So I am so grateful I did, because I just love her style. Okay, and now I'm just going to cut out that insert. I'm kind of winging it as I go here. I had, I knew I wanted a mason jar, and I wanted it to be like this, and then we'll just see how the rest of it comes together. Okay, so we have this. Excellent. Now I want to put the window in there. So I just have one of those clear packaging bags, and this one is a bit bent and creased and, you know, all of that, but I'm not fussed about that. What I'm going to do is pop some double-sided tape around the outside of each side of the jars. This stuff actually doesn't stick too well. It's like a million years old now, but I just need it to hold the plastic in place for a bit until I make it more secure. And then I am going to pop this plastic bag down on top, flatten out the creases as best I can. Pop this one on top of that. The most important bit is getting the cut out bit lined up, because I can trim all the other edges, you see. Okay. Now I am going to trim around it. I know what you're thinking. I can hear you. Do not panic. Okay. Yep. That's what I wanted. Right, now I'm going to trim this little bit that's sticking up. And I'm going to glue around all the edges. I'm actually going to trim all the plastic off the edges to where it's taped down, so that my glue has something to hold on to. So I'm not gluing the top, obviously, just around the outside edges of the bottom and two sides. Okay. Get rid of the rubbish. Alright, now we have a mason jar. So I am going to take my fluff and pop it in there. It would probably be a good idea to wait till my glue was dry, but I don't have time to wait for glue to dry. So, in go my dandelions. Did it go in? Oh yes, it did. Can't leave one behind. Alrighty, now I'm going to seal that up with glue. I am a very messy crafter. In fact, I only get rid of the rubbish for you guys. If I was crafting just by myself and not filming, there would be rubbish everywhere, and I would wait till I was finished crafting for the day to get rid of it. Okay, dandelion fluff. So this is going to be the back. It's a bit grotty and gross. And this will be the front. Now I'm going to do some stitching across the top here, and I'll probably stitch around the outside here, and I'll be back. Okay, I am back, and I have stitched around the outside and across the top of the jar. I'm really sorry about the light in here, and that I am doing this at night time. Hopefully you can see that I've stitched all around that, and then I'm just going to go around the edges, I think maybe with antique linen. I don't want it to be too dark, but I just kind of want the edges finished a little bit. There we go. Okay, now one last thing I wanted to add is a piece of twine. and a tiny piece of paper. This will do. Scrunch it up a bit. Hopefully you can see that the camera is not going to focus. It says wishes. It says wishes, and that's the back, that's the front. And I'm just going to pop that on there. Like that. And that's my mason jar. Done. So that is going to sit in the pocket like that, and you can still see the hedgehog through the jar. How cool is that? Now the other thing I was going to show you is the so that page would be finished, except I do want to include Luise and Barbara's beautiful images that they have given us. So I am going to glue this onto a piece of card. I will trim it. I'm going to glue that onto that. First I want around the corners. Did I bring my corner around it? No. I've forgotten my corner rounder, but I'm just going to do what Rachel at Roxy Creations does and snip my corners. Okay. And now I'm going to use my ink to give the hedgehog a little bit of colour. So I'm just going to use my Dauber and Vintage Photo. And then I have this lovely gold Kaisercraft ink pad. Kaisercraft is an Australian company. I am in New Zealand, but Australia is not too far away for his underbelly. Oh, and you probably won't be able to see it. Or maybe you can. See, it's kind of metallic. It looks cool, I love it. And now what I want to do on this card is write, so this, you could use the back of it for journaling. I could use the back of it for journaling. This is my personal journal. But I want to write on here what the date is and what the prompts were. I will put the prompts list in the journal, but I just want it with the page. So it is the first. It's actually the second here, by the way. That's why I had to think about it. And then I'm going to write fluff and mason jar. Okay, and that's my hedgehog tag, and I'm going to pop that in the pocket too, although if I do, it is going to cover up that gorgeous hedgehog, and I don't want that. So I'm not going to do that. I am just going to pop this on here with a paper clip, which I don't have, and I'll probably make one anyway, so I'm not going to do that on camera, otherwise this video is going to be way too long. But that is my Dephemerember page, day 1. I'm so proud of myself for actually getting it done. Thank you so much if you're still watching. Sorry for the crazy chaos that is me crafting, but thanks for sticking around, and hopefully I'll see you next time. See you later.